There will be a 15-minute period of free time. Be prompt on your return. 4. Enjoy the production, or you may be admitted for an eternity.
They got it going 18 stories down below the ground, and they're putting people in one end, and out comes what they want, the way they do it. Poppy, each night, they tip a roll on the side, and everybody loose goes rattling to the bottom. And they hook them by the heels, and they hang them up, and they cut them open. Only by that time, they got no innards, just some beat up gears and stuff, and all they bleed is rust. Oh, you think I'm raving because it sounds too awful to be true? But my God, there's so many things that are true, even if they never really happened.
Let's go. Well, here's the chief.
Oh, the super chief.
Oh, deaf and dumb.
Had his breakfast and raring to go.
Don't you know better? Don't you know the state of your room till that bell rings? Look at him shagging. He's picking up the apples off my head. He's still staring like a baby.
What you want, baby? Your broom? Oh, that's it. He wants his broom.
He wants his broom. Oh, that's it. That's a good loony.
Start sweeping, baby.
Oh, broom grounded.
Oh, cheap broom.
You don't mind, boys? I don't think it wise to group up and stand around like that. Mean old Monday morning, you know? Such a lot to get done.
Yeah, Miss Ratchet.
Warren, you might start by getting poor Mr. Bromden shaved, and Williams, you have dormitory duties, don't you?
Yes.
That's just fine.
Good morning, Miss Ratchet. Sorry I'm late. I went to midnight mass and then I overslept.
Never mind. Let's get started, haven't we? Medication. All patients to the day room. Medication. Good morning, Mr. Harding.
Are you sure?
Dear Lord, for the tranquility we are to receive, we thank thee.
Billy, dear. I spoke to your mother last night. I had to tell her
What did you say?
that you were very sorry. You promised not to try this again.
Thank you, Nurse Ratchet.
Drink it all. Good morning, Mr. Stanley.
Wait a second, honey. What are these?
Medication.
Oh, Christ, I can see that. What kind?
Just swallow them, Mr. Cheswick, just for me.
Don't give me that crap. All I want to know is for the love of God, what is
It's all
it?
right, Charles.
What do you mean it's all
You
right?
don't have to take them.
That's what I mean. You just shove a needle shit in a man's face and... I don't. Well, that's all right then.
Good morning, Miss Martini.
Good morning.
Nurse Flynn, I will be the staff room. Behave yourself, boys.
Hey, yourself, boys. What choice we got?
Come back here, you damn redskin! You don't like the sound of this now, do you? Huh. Can't say I like that look in your eye. Hold up. Sit down. Yeah. There. That's something better. Look out there! Hey, hello, miss. Looks like you could use some help.
I don't need any, thank you.
Your deal, Martin.
Oh, yeah, okay. Here we go. Hey! Cut it out! What's the matter? There's nobody there! Are you sure? There are only 4 of us. Okay. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, for God's sake, will you stop hallucinating? Okay, the cards.
What's funny?
That mousy little nurse reminds me of the first time I ever saw a girl take off all her clothes. I was 8 at the time, see? And I was sitting in the tree staring at her through her bedroom window. And by the time she got down to her little panties, I got to shake until I fell out of the freaking tree.
That's right, Jimmy, write it down.
We're supposed to.
Yeah, get a gold star by your name.
You write down everything I said.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna write down some of the things you did.
Darn you! Fuck them all!
Oh, for God's sake, this place is a madhouse. Fellow psychopaths, as president of the Patients' Council, I, Dale Harding, do hereby decree 10 seconds of rest, therapeutic silence.
Buddy, you are so wrong! I don't have to do this! And I don't have to do that! And will you get the hell away from me, or I will take it! Morning, buddies. Mighty nice fall day. Jesus, what a sorry-looking bunch.
See here, miss.
Now get away from me, boy! Give me a minute to look over my new home, will ya? Hell, I ain't never been in an institution of psychology before. Buddies, my name is R.P. McMurphy. Hey, I'm R.P. McMurphy, and I am a gambling fool. Now, what's this you're playing? Is this pinochle? What, ain't you got a straight deck around here? Well, luckily for you, I brought along my own just in case. Every card a picture, boys. And check those pictures. 52 positions and every one of them different. And don't smudge them. We got lots of time, lots of games. You see, what happened to me, fellas, was I got in a couple of hassles down at the work farm, and the court ruled that I am a psychopath. And do you think that I'm going to argue with the court? Well, you can bet your bottom dollar I don't. But if it keeps me out of those damn pea fields, I'll be whatever their little hearts desire. Be it psychopath or mad dog or werewolf, because I don't care if I never see another weeding hoe till my dying day. Will you get the fuck away from me?
Mister, we got rules. You gotta take your temperature, and I gotta get you showered.
All you gotta do is let me get acquainted with my new buddies here. And if you do one thing more,
Right. You're asking for it. And here we go.
there. Now that is a great deal better. Now we can get something settled. What you use is the bull goose loony. I'm asking, Hey, who's the bull goose loony?
Well, ain't me, mister. However, you could stand next and go line for the judge.
Well, buddy, I'm glad you're next in line for the job. But since I'm thinking of taking the whole thing over, maybe you better just take me to your leader.
Mr. Harding, the president of the Patient Council.
Does this gentleman have an appointment?
Mr. Do you have that appointment? Mr. Harding is a busy man.
This busy man Harding. Is he the bull goose loony?
That's right.
Well, you tell bull goose loony Harding that R.P. McMurphy is here to see him.
And you better meet me man to man, or he's a yeller skunk and better be out of town by sundown.
Billy, you tell this young upstart McMurphy that I'll meet him in the main hall at high noon, and we'll settle this once and for all. Libido's ablaze.
Billy, you tell him that R.P. McMurphy is used to being top man in every situation. So if he's bound to be loony, he figures to be the top down, dadgum biggest loony of them all. There! By God, we didn't spill a drop of blood. Now, who are the rest of these fellers?
Well, on this side of the room, we're the accused.
Now, what's so cute about you?
That means we're presumably curable. Over there, the chronics, a walker, and some vegetables.
What, they ain't curable? Well, what the hell? Hey, I'm R.P. McMurphy, buddy. How you doing? Okay. Randall P. McMurphy, how are you, bud?
Got any cigarettes?
Nothing but. Get it? Yeah, it's a good one. Hey, I'm R.P. McMurphy.
Careful!
What do you got there?
A bomb! Blow up the whole stinking world!
Hey, you've got a lot of competition. Buddy, my name is R.P. McMurphy, and I don't like to see a grown man sloshing around in his own water, so why don't you come down and get dried up?
Pull the nails out.
Oh. Okay.
Fuck! Fuck them all.
Woo-wee. Hey, what do we got here?
Oh, that's Chief Brompton.
Hey, what's your story, Big Chief?
He can't hear you. Down.
Why they got him tied up like this? I don't like that. It's not dignified. Oh, hey, when you get your full size, you're going to be a pretty good growth. What tribe is he?
I don't know. Don't know. He was here when I got here.
According to the doctor, he's a Columbia River Indian, one who lived up by the waterfalls. But I believe that tribe is defunct.
Is that right, Chief? You defunct?
Can't hear a word you were just saying.
Mr. McMurphy,
Oh, howdy, ma'am.
I'll take that. Aide Williams tells me you're being difficult.
Me?
I understand you refused to take your admission shower.
Well, as to that, ma'am, see, they showered me last night at the courthouse and again at the jail. And you know, I bet they would have washed my ears for me on the way over if they could have found the facilities.
It's very amusing, Mr. McMurphy, but you should understand that our policies are engineered for your cure, which means cooperation.
Well, ma'am, I'll cooperate from hell to Thursday. But you wouldn't want me to be impolite. I mean, I had to get acquainted with my new buddies here.
Please understand, I do appreciate the way you've taken it upon yourself to orient with the other patients, but everything in its own time. You must follow the rules.
You see, ma'am, that's the exact thing that someone always tells me about the rules. Just when I'm thinking of breaking every one of them.
New mission, Papa. Now they gotta fix them with controls. We got wires running each man, units planted in our heads. There's magnets on the floor, so we can't walk their way to what they want. We got stone brains, cast iron guts, and copper where they took away our nerves. We got cog wheels in our bellies, and a welded grin. And every time they flip the switch, it turns us on or off. They got a network clear across the land. Factories like this for fixing up mistakes they made outside. The combine, Papa. It's big. It's big. It's big. Oh yes, there is too such a thing. They got me way back ago. The way they got you.
Hey, come on, suckers, you hit or you sit. Hit, you said. And with the king showing, the boy wants to hit. Okay? Into you. Too bad. Oh, a little lady for the lad. Oh, and he's up the hill, down the road, over the wall, and he dropped his load. Coming at you, Mr. Martini, and I wish some asshole in the nurse's hothouse would turn off that mother-loving music. I never heard such private racket in all my life.
Yes.
Would you mind turning off that goddamn noise?
Yes, Mr. McMurphy.
Guess what?
Yes, I would mind. Music is considered therapy.
What the hell is therapeutic about Lawrence Welk?
Please don't lean on my glass. There's finger marks.
Horse manure.
Oh, Mr. McMurphy, I should mention, we have a rule against gambling.
Hey, we're just playing for cigarettes, man.
Are you sure those cigarettes don't represent something else?
Yeah. A hell of a lot of smoke. You know, you fellas ought to laugh it up once in a while, huh? Hey, that was a good idea she brought up. Why don't we sweeten the deal? What, are you kidding me? Now, I found out a few things about this place before I got sent over. Turns out nearly half of you guys full compensation. Now, that's $400 a week, and they don't do nothing but draw dust. So, all you gotta do is sign some IOUs.
Fine with me?
Let's say, cigarettes worth a quarter.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Don't forget, Mr. McMurphy, there is no gambling for money.
Hey, is that a two-way system?
No, but Miss Ratchet's a human radio.
She is, huh? Well, maybe I ought to pull her plug. All right, Professor, there you sit with a douche showing, and here's a pack o' Marlboros that says you back down. What is that?
Group meeting. Time for
What
group
is
meeting.
happening?
Group therapy, every day this time.
Mr. McMurphy, would you like to join us? Now then, who would like to begin?
Well, I guess I'll talk about this. Says it's sick concerning my mother. Just that every time she comes, it is feeling awful.
But your mother loves you, Billy.
Billy, darling, Billy, baby. I know that's the problem. She won't see me for how I am. I try to tell her. I say, Mama, there's something wrong. And she won't listen to me. Just maybe feel awful. Like I want to kill myself. So I try.
Have you thought that you might be trying to punish her?
It's possible. Talk about somebody else.
You really ought to face it, Billy. Very well. At the close of Friday's meeting, we were discussing, Mr. Hunterding's young wife, the fact that she is extremely well endowed in the bosom. Does anyone care to touch upon this further?
Touch upon what?
The subject.
Oh, I thought you meant her,
To continue, according to notes entered by various patients into our logbook. Good afternoon, Doctor. Yes, we were just discussing Mr. Harding's young wife.
Oh, yeah, I see.
hey, where?
Mamma mia, una pupona! La figura di una dea! Mi fa
Hey, well, I want you to have that man's eyes!
McMurphy, Randall Patrick, is committed by the state for diagnosis and possible treatment. 35 years old, never married. History of drunkenness, assault and battery, disturbing the peace, repeated gambling, one arrest for litter.
Hey, statutory.
With a child of 15.
Now, she said she was 17 and she was plenty willing.
This is the court doctor's examination of the child.
Doc, she was so willing I took the padlock in my pants.
Our new admission, doctor.
Oh, it seems you have no previous history. Any time in other institutions?
Including state and county coolers. I'd say.
Mental institutions.
Oh, no, Doc, this is my first trip. Okay, but I am crazy. Here, let me show you. The other doctor at the work farm, what did he say? Here it is. Repeated outbreaks of passion would suggest possible diagnosis of psychopath. Well, as he explained it, I fight my thought. Excuse me, how did he put it? I am overzealous in my sexual relations. Doc, I mean, is that real serious? You ever been troubled by it?
Mr. McMurphy, I can't
I
say
mean, that part about fighting I can understand, but who ever heard of a man getting too much poozle?
I am interested in this statement here. Don't overlook the possibility that this man might be feigning psychosis in order to escape the drudgery of the work farm. Well, Mr. McMurphy, what do you have to say about that?
Doc, do I look like a sane man to you?
Perhaps, doctor, you should advise Mr. McMurphy on the protocol of these meetings.
Yes. One of the first rules is that the patients remain seated.
Oh, sure thing, Doc.
You see, we operate on the theory of the therapeutic community.
The which?
Therapeutic community. It means that this ward is society in miniature, and since society determines who is sane and who is not, you must measure up. Our goal is a completely democratic ward governed by the patients, working to restore you to the outside. The important thing is let nothing fester inside you. Talk, discuss, confess. If you hear another patient say something of significance, write it down in the logbook for all to see. Do you know what this procedure is called?
Yeah, squealing.
Group therapy. Help yourself and your friends probe the secrets of the subconscious. Bring those old guilts out into the open.
Hey, what guilts?
You have them, Miss McMurphy, or you wouldn't be here.
Oh, hey, you know, I think I'm beginning to catch on. See, I had this dream, maybe you could tell me. I had this dream the other night, Doc. Maybe you can tell me about it. See, it was like me in the dream, except it wasn't me. It was someone who looked like me, like my daddy. Interesting. That's who it was. It was my daddy, and I know that because when I looked at him, I mean me, he had this big iron bolt going through his jawbone, just like your daddy.
Father had an iron bolt in his jawbone?
Yeah, a regular Frankenstein.
Doctor, if I may suggest, perhaps Mr. McMurphy would learn best by example. According to notes entered by various patients into our logbook, Mr. Harding has stated that he felt uneasy when walking with his wife down the street because of the manner in which other men stared at her. He's also said, further quote, that
She damn well gives them reason to stare, unquote.
yes. He's also been heard to say that he may give her reason to seek sexual attention elsewhere. For what reason, Dale?
Well, I can't say I've been notably ardent.
Well, maybe she's just too plain hot for him. How about it, Harding?
Maybe you're afraid for him. Not afraid.
Okay, scared.
It might be fair to say intimidated.
Same thing.
He's also been heard to say that his wife's ample bosom gives him the feeling of inferiority.
So why does he marry a broad with such big knockers to begin with?
I bet he's got a mother fixation.
I'll bet he was never weaned.
Oh, that's not so. I wanted a womanly woman, one who would not compete, but who might help me to.
She has commented, Dale, that she finds you less than masculine.
Yeah, like the way you use your hands. Is that it, Harding?
You chose a woman who is quite obviously your inferior. Don't you find significance in that?
Yes, of course, but I theorize. Sexually, at least.
Well, you're always talking about how she's such a good lay.
Yeah, what happened to the sack?
Complete psychic impotence. Why do I always cry?
Say, Harding, wouldn't it be easier to just come out and admit you're a faggot? Yeah, all right, that's enough.
Mr. McMurphy.
Hey, knock it off.
Mr.
Listen, buddy, you don't have to sit here. Take this
down.
shit.
Doctor, I suggest we close this meeting.
Oh?
Close it until discipline has improved.
Say, is that the way these little meetings always go? A bunch of chickens at a pecking party?
A pecking party? I haven't the faintest notion what you're talking about.
Then I'll explain it to you. The flock hits a spot of a speck of blood on some chicken and they go pecking at it, you see. Then there's nothing left but bone and blood and feathers. But then, hey, some other in the flock gets spotted in the fracas, and then it's their turn.
A pecking party? That sure is a pleasant analogy, my friend.
That's right, my friend. And that's exactly what that meeting reminded me of.
And that makes me the chicken with the spot of blood, eh, friend?
That's right, friend. And you want to know who pecks the first peck? That old nurse, that's who.
So it's as simple as that. As stupidly simple as that. You've been on the ward 6 hours, and you've already summed up the work of Freud, Young, and Maxwell Jones into one analogy, a pecking party.
I'm not talking about Fred Jung and who's its jokes, buddy. I'm talking about that meeting and what that nurse just did to you.
Did to me?
It's me!
Oh, this is incredible. You completely disregard the fact that everything she did was for my benefit.
Oh, that's horse apples.
Oh, I had judged you to be more intelligent, but it's evident I was
Hey,
mistaken.
to hell with you, buddy.
Oh, yes. I noticed your primitive brutality. Psychopath with definite sadistic tendencies, probably motivated by unreasoning ego murder. And those talents, well, they certainly qualify you as a therapist, my friend. Yeah, they render you quite capable of criticizing Miss Ratchet, although she's a highly regarded nurse with 20 years' experience in her field. But you, no doubt, with those talents, could work subconscious miracles, soothe the aching id, and heal the wounded superego. Oh, you could probably cure the whole ward 6 weeks for your money back.
You're saying that that crap that went on today did some kind of good.
Why else would we subject ourselves to it? Nurse Ratchet may be a very strict lady, but she's not some kind of monster chicken pecking our eyes out.
No, buddy, she's not pecking at your eyes. She's aiming right square at the family jewels.
Ratchet. She's like a mother, a tender mother.
Don't give me that tender mother crap. She's a ball cutter from way back.
Now see here, my friend. My psychopathic sidekick, Nurse Ratchet, is a veritable angel of mercy. Why, everybody knows it. She's unselfish as the wind, toiling day after day, 7 days a week. She has no life, no husband, nothing but her work, and everybody knows it. Do you think she enjoys asking us those questions, probing our subconscious till it hurts? Oh no, my egomaniac buddy. She's dedicated. She gives every bit of herself. She desires nothing more on earth than for us to walk out of here adjusted and capable of coping with life once more. So you're wrong. Our Nurse Ratchet is the sweetest, the kindest, the most benevolent woman that I remember. Oh, the bitch.
You're right. About all.
Okay, why don't you do something?
Why? Because the world belongs to the strong, my friend. The rabbit recognizes the strength of the wolf, so he hides and digs holes when the wolf is about. He doesn't challenge the wolf to combat. Oh, Mr. McMurphy, my friend, I'm not a chicken. I'm a rabbit. All of us here are rabbits. Billy, hop around for Mr. McMurphy. Jesuit, show him how furry you are. Oh, they're bashful, ain't that?
Hey, shut him now.
All right, friend. What would you have us do?
Race Jack! Tell her to go to hell!
Try it, buddy. I'll send you right on down to Disturbed.
Or down to the shock shop.
Which? Electroshock therapy. A device which captures the best features of the sleeping pill, the electric chair, and the torture.
You're kidding me.
Hell no. They strap you to a table. They put wires on each side of your head. Zap! Punishment and shock and therapy in one shot package. Chief Room there, he's had 200 treatments.
Hey, what about that little fart of the doctor, huh?
She requires his approval, but that's just a formality. He's got a bleeding ulcer, 200 patients, and no desire to make waves. What's the matter, Frank? Losing your revolutionary spirit?
What about this democratic world stuff? Why don't you take a vote?
What would we even vote on?
That the big nurse can't ask us any more questions?
Can't talk to us in a certain way.
Can't send us to the shock shop?
Tell us, friend, what shall we vote?
Hell, anything! Don't you see you gotta do something to show you still got balls? You say the chief is scared. I look at you guys, I've never seen a scared bunch in my life.
Well, I'm not.
You know what? No skin off my ass.
How true.
And I certainly wouldn't want some old fiend of a nurse after me with 3,000 volts, so
Naturally.
what the hell?
Oh, Mr. McMurphy. Welcome to the club.
Hey, you're saying she can't do nothing unless she gets your good, right?
That's right.
Like she makes you crack up some kind of way, like busting her in the nose or cussing her out?
You'd be safe so long as you kept your temper.
Okay. All right. Now you birds think you've got yourself a champ there. How'd you like to put some money on it?
On what?
Then I can get the best of her.
You propose we make a wager on that?
I'm wagering that I can put a burr in the nurse's butt within a week. And I can make her come a part of those neat little scenes and show you guys she ain't unbeatable. 1 week, boys. And if I don't have it to where she doesn't know if she's going to shit or go blind, the money is yours.
Oh boy.
Let's say, $10. Come on, buddies. You hit or you sit.
Mr. McMurphy, this deserves odds. $20 to your 10 that you can't do it.
Hey ya, step right up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the the turn of the car, the spin of the wheel. It's a battle of the century. 1 week, 7 days, so no holds barred. Battle. R.P. McMurphy versus the big nurse. It's double or nothing, boys. Get your money down. Hey-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya.
I bet!
Fine for the wrong run. Come on, put that down there, buddy.
Gentlemen, it's time for occupational therapy. Mr. McMurphy, what was that activity?
Just playing a little game, man.
You're sure it's not some kind of gamble?
Gambling. Now, this is a sure thing.
You hear that, Papa? They got the place on automatic power for the night. It's in the night they do the things that's too horrible for day. And if the night ain't long enough, they slow it down. Oh yes, Papa, that's a fact. They got fake time here. They can speed up or slow down. I once seen 3 months go by in a day, and 3 days go by like this.
There you are, babies. Wouldn't want to lose you. Hey, Chief. Sack time. What are you doing? Holy key rice. Out of 10,000 pieces of chewed gum, that's where you're getting it, huh? Hey, we can do a whole deal better than that. Juicy fruit. Okay? Hey, Engine, put a nice fresh taste in your mouth. Hey, somebody's coming!
If the ocean were whiskey and I were a duck, I'd dive to the bottom and never come up. Rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I surely will die. What I wouldn't give to be holding that pair. The ocean ain't whiskey and I ain't a duck. So I'll play them ponies and curse my
Hey, Chief, you sure did jump when I hollered. I thought someone told me you were deaf. Finger marks and smudges everywhere.
Scuffs all over the place.
But nurse, see this big sandwich show?
She beat us with a big brown bag.
Know what we should do? We should beat her back.
Go, man!
First, we saw
Get her down!
We're gonna prize her in that mouth!
Stop this! Oh! Damn!
Stop it, please!
Stop!
And to the bottom of the mouth! What you say? Morning, boys. My horses ain't hungry, that's what she did say. Come sit down beside me. Excuse me, old buddies. Is there any chance of me getting some toothpaste for my old grinders?
We don't open the cabinet until 6:45.
That's where you got it. Locked in the cabinet. Now, why is that? It's not like toothpaste is dangerous, is it?
Ward policy.
Oh, what policy? Now, what?
What do you suppose it'd be like if everyone would just brush their teeth whenever they took the notion?
You know, I think I get it. You're saying that ward policy is for them that can't brush after every meal?
My God, don't you see?
Yeah, you're saying that people be brushing their teeth whenever the spirit moved them.
That's right.
And Lord, can you imagine? Teeth being brushed at 6:30, 6:20, and oh, dear God, 6 o'clock in the morning!
All right.
Boys, come on, we got work to do.
Hey, hold on! What's this old white stuff in this can?
That's soap powder.
I generally use paste. We'll talk about this word policy shit later. My horse is hungry.
Hey, there! Damn you. Now get to work. Don't be goggling around like you're some big old useless cow. Come on, move.
Move! How's everything on the outside?
You cannot run around here in a towel.
Why not? Oh, don't tell me. Against ward policy. Okay, I'll just...
No, stop. Don't you dare. You go back in there and you put on your clothes this instant.
I can't do that. I'm afraid some thief in the night boosted my clothes.
Boosted. Those clothes are supposed to be picked up to be laundered. Williams?
Mr. Warren got laundry duty.
Warren? Come here. Can't you see this man has nothing but a towel?
And my cap.
Well,
He got up too early.
got up too early. Mr. Warren, you will get his clothing this instant, or you will spend the next 2 weeks on geriatrics cleaning bedpans. And you, get rid of this towel at once.
Delight! Hey, ain't they some shit? I got them from a co-ed of Oregon State. She said I was some kind of symbol.
I remember one Christmas pop up here at the hospital. It was right around midnight. This big wind blows open the door, whoosh! Here comes a fat man all dressed in red, with a big white beard and white mustache. He goes, "Ho, ho, ho, you'd like to stay? But must be moving right along. Very tight schedule, you know." He's jumping, pinned him down with their flashlights, and gave him a tranquilizer, sent him right on up to the stirrup. It was 6 years before they finally let him go. By that time, he was clean shaved, skinny as a pole.
Boys, before we begin this meeting, I'd like to have a little discussion. Informal, you know, on the subject of patient Murphy.
Hey, where is Big Murphy?
I thought this would be a good time for his interview with Dr. Spivey. We're not going to make any decisions, you understand. I just don't think he should be allowed to go on upsetting the other patients.
I ain't upset.
Neither am I.
You may not realize you are. However, Mr.
I know, Doc, but what I said was that cord was creamed when I got there.
sorry. Go right ahead.
Yes, we were just discussing the matter of morale.
What? That's exactly what we were just talking about, and I made the suggestion that... Was it your idea?
Hell no, Doc, it was your idea.
I made the suggestion that, well, what would you think if we were to have a carnival here on the wharf? Wouldn't that be fun?
Carnival?
There could be games and booths, decorations. What do you think, Ben?
Oh, I think it's a good idea.
And not without therapeutic value.
Hell yes, lots of therapeutics in a carnival.
Oh, Stanley can do his human ball match. And I can set up free toss and occupational therapy.
You know, I'd be happy to run the skillo wheel. Hey ya, prize on every spin of the wheel, just for a dime.
I could sell things.
I'm rather good at palm reading.
Oh, my. Well, what do you think, Miss Ratchet? Carnival?
I agree. It may have therapeutic possibilities. But of course, it must be discussed in staff before a decision can be reached. Wasn't that your intention, Doctor?
Yes, of course. I just thought, not some of the patients, but staff meeting. Yes.
Also, Doctor, I suggested that Mr. McMurphy's request for a visitor, as he had put it, a Twitch named Candy Star, be denied until he becomes more familiar with the rules of this ward.
Yes. Well, Mr. McMurphy showed me his request in my office, and I figured, since it's been here a week already, I signed it.
Oh. I see. Very well. Billy Bibbit and his speech problem. Can you recall, Billy, when you began to stutter? When did your speech difficulties begin?
First words I stuttered was mama. And one time I tried to propose to this girl. I said, honey, you. I guess I flubbed it.
Your mother has spoken to me about this girl, Billy. Apparently she's quite a bit beneath you. Is that which frightened you?
No.
Then what was the matter?
I was in love with her.
Let me quote from your mother, Billy. She was a designing little slut that only wanted to marry my Billy because...
No, she was a lovely.
Say, I got something to take up.
If you wish to speak, you must first be recognized.
You mean, you don't know me?
I know you. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, wow, you got a hell of a problem. You want to talk about it?
Subject to patient therapy.
In what respect?
I have noticed a definite deterioration of discipline since he arrived. Perhaps another form of therapy.
What you have in mind, man? Hooking me up to your little battery charger?
It's for your own good, Randall.
You pig skizzard.
I must say, nurse, I agree with patient McMurphy. I find him quite lucid, quite in touch, and despite his past troubles, he's exhibited no tendencies towards violence. So I must conclude that electroshock therapy is not indicated.
Very well. If there's nothing further.
Say, I have something I'd like to take up.
Doctor, you should remind Mr. McMurphy that the reasons for these meetings is therapy and that these petty little grievances...
Petty! And you're calling the World Series petty?
The World Series?
That's right, Doc, the big games, and they start Friday. Now, you got this little rule about watching TV only at night. Okay, change it to afternoon. Come on.
For therapeutic reasons?
Therapeutic as hell.
Or were you hoping perhaps to place bets on the games?
Come on, guys. Who wants to watch those games? Cheswick?
Well, why not?
Scanlon?
I don't know, Mac.
Mr. Scanlon, I recall you refused to eat for 3 days until we turned on the TV set at 6 instead of 6:30.
Man's got a right to see the news, don't he? God, they could have bombed us to hell and back. It'd be a week before we knew. You say there's anything therapeutic about the news? Well, maybe they'll bomb us this week. Yeah, boy. All right, guys. Who wants to watch those games? Raise your hands. Hey, what is this? I thought you could vote on things like this, right, Doc? Okay. Who wants to watch those games?
3, Mr. McMurphy. Just 3. It's not sufficient enough to change our board policy. Now, that is settled, may we terminate the meeting?
Yeah. Let's terminate this lousy meeting. You gotta remember, a lot of us have been here a long time. A lot of us are going to be here a long time after the World Series. A long time after you. I don't understand. I don't understand. Hardy, what's the matter with you? What are you guys afraid of? You're a bunch of gutless wonders. I ought to leave you here to her. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bust out of here and I'm gonna nail the door shut behind me.
And just how do you plan on doing that?
40 ways!
Oh, name one.
You think I'm kidding, huh? There's, hey, that thing Billy's sitting on, I could throw that through the window.
I don't recall anything about psychopaths being able to move mountains.
Hey, you're saying I can't lift that dinky thing?
That dinky thing weighs a quarter ton, and it contains all the electrical equipment for the station.
Hell yes, try it, Mac. You'll short-circuit the controls, blow the whole hospital into orbit.
That's all right. Hey, who wants to bet $5?
Oh, this is more foolhardy than your bet against the big nurse.
It's $5, peckerheads! Because no one's going to tell me I can't do something until I try. Here. All your IOUs from Blackjack. I'll put up the whole thing, double or nothing.
I'll take it.
I'm in.
Mr. Scanlon, get the women and children someplace safe! Come on, Mac! No. Just warm it up. Here goes the real effort.
Mac, no man can lift that thing.
Yeah, but I tried! God damn it, I tried!
There. Look, the waterfall. It smells like in the spring. I see a sailor jump. Listen, the tribe above the falls. Every time they spear fish, they're yelling back at each other. What's making it come back, Papa? What's making it come back?
All right. Work time. Huh? Going.
An onion patch, Oh boy, she must have had to go in a hurry.
Mr. McMurphy, that is an outrage.
No, ma'am, that's a latrine.
You're supposed to get those fixtures clean.
Well, ma'am, they might not be clean enough for some people, but for me, I plan to piss in them. Not eat lunch out of them.
Like finding another job to do.
Here, take over, buddy. Hey, you ready to pay off them IOUs?
You haven't won yet, friend.
Oh, that your spearmint loses flavor on the bedpost at night. When you chew it in the morning, will it be too hard to bite?
Visitor, Mr. McMurphy.
McMurphy.
Can you take me?
Mr. McMurphy! Mr. McMurphy! Please identify your visitor.
She's my goddamn mother! Fellas, this is Candy Star.
Hiya, boys. How's every little thing? Hey, Pop, what they got you in for?
Rape? Oh! Honey, this is Billy Bennett. Would you believe it? He's a virgin.
They locked you up for that?
Oh, honey, come over here and talk to me a little, huh? Where's Sandra?
Tied up, man. I mean, like, really, she got married.
Got rich?
Can you believe that? Old Sandy married.
To who?
You remember Artie from Beaverton? Always used to show up at the parties with some weird thing, a white rat, a gopher stick, or some weird thing like that. Jesus, a real maniac.
Hey. That's okay, honey. They're a lot crazier on the outside.
Damn Murphy.
Mr. McMurphy!
Okay!
You alright, baby? Are they treating you alright?
Oh, hell yeah. The grub? Sensational. And the bed they give a man. Okay, why don't I show you?
Why not?
Mr. McMurphy!
Okay! Here! Oh, here! You know, I think she wants to watch. Hey! I got an idea. I think I can fix it so we can throw a party right here.
You can.
Yeah, and maybe you can bring Sandra?
I told you, Sandy got married.
She still ditch parties, doesn't she?
Well, sure, but how we get in?
Mr. McMurphy, I'm afraid you're going to have to ask your visitor to leave.
Hey, I just got here.
Hey, you! Later, baby. Say so long to the fellas!
You damn it. Later, boys.
She's a good kid. Comes from a nice family.
You're not actually gonna do it, though, are you, Mac?
Why not?
Party here?
Yeah, that's the scam.
With the candy?
Yeah, nice trick, huh? How'd you like to buck bellies with that?
Oh, boy. Mr. McMurphy, for pure audacity purposes, this proposition wins the analyst's Oscar.
Well, I plan to fling the greatest brawl that's ever been flung in a movie event.
Oh, man, we're gonna have a party!
Who said we?
We're not invited.
No. Why not? Because I'm fed up with you jerks, that's why. You know what's happening right now? The World Series. And you dickheads kept me from seeing it!
Murphy, we tried!
Yeah, you and Scanlon tried, but the rest, too damn scared to raise your hands.
I'm sorry, Mac, but if the matter wasn't already closed.
Hey, anything in the rules say we can't vote again?
No.
Gentlemen.
I don't think there is.
Don't you have work to do?
Yeah, but right now we're in a special meeting of the Nation's Council.
Called by whom?
Mr. Dale Harding, President.
That's right, Miss Ratchet.
For what purpose?
For the purpose of taking a re-vote to change the TV time to afternoon.
see.
All right, guys.
One moment. Do any of you feel like Mr. McMurphy is imposing his personal desires on you? I just thought you might be happier if he was moved to another ward.
You can't send him to disturb just for bringing up a vote. That's right.
And you're sure one more vote will satisfy you?
Hey, I just want to see which of these birds has got guts and which hasn't.
Very well. All in favor of changing the TV time from evening to afternoon, raise your hands.
Hey, bad or dumb?
One moment. The rules call for a unanimous vote.
Unanimous. You mean you want the chief to vote?
All the patients present on the ward.
So that's how you're gonna work this democratic bull, huh? Of all the low-down, crummy things I've ever seen in my whole life.
You seem really upset, Mr. McMurphy. I shall make note of that.
Hold on.
The meeting is
Hold on one lousy moment. Where's the chief? Chief! 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 Chief, come on. Chief, it's now or it's never, Chief. We make or we break. We're men or we are monkeys, Chief.
Be
Put your
ridiculous.
hand up and vote.
Don't be ridiculous. The poor man.
Come on, Chief, just lift your hand and vote!
The meeting was closed.
Matt.
You men will now go back to your duties.
Billy, don't move. Billy, sit down.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
ward policy.
You got it.
Oh, shucks! And just when we had an alumni game coming up. Excuse me, miss. Do you mind if I take a look at that? Hey, I'm not going to hurt you. Listen, I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to take a look at
Good game? Please take Mr. Ruckley down. We do have our little difficulties, don't we? But they'll all be worked out. After all, we have weeks, months, if necessary, years.
You got on the ropes, Max.
Drop me, Mac. All you need is a drop. Hey, shut up. Hey, shut up, Billy. What did she mean by that?
But what, man?
That ear spit. Hey, why is she acting like she's holding aces?
I guess maybe because you're committed.
Sure. Yeah, I'm committed, but I only got 5 months left to run on my sentence, so... Hey, give me the bit.
Mac, it's not like a jail sentence. In jail, there's a date ahead when you know you're going to be set free. But when you're committed,
Wait. You mean I'm stuck here till she decides to turn me loose? Then I've got as much to lose bugging that old buzzard as you do!
more, I'm voluntary.
You're a witch?
I'm not committed. In fact, most on the ward aren't.
You're shitting me. Hey, Billy. Billy, you must be committed, right? But why? Why? You're just a young kid. You should be out in a convertible cruising for babes. All of you. Why do you stay? You gripe. You bitch. You can't stand the place. You can't stand the bigness. Yet the whole time you ain't committed! What's the matter with you? Ain't you got any guts?
Yeah, Mac, that's it. We don't have any guts. Do you think I want to be in here? I would love to be out there in a convertible with a girlfriend. But I can't. You know why? Because you don't know what it's like for people to laugh at you. I'm not strong like you are. Neither is Harding, and neither is Chesney. Mac, you forget it.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me? What? That she could keep me here till my dying day?
Well, I guess it didn't occur to us.
Oh, that's a load of crap. Oh. Hey, I get it now. Now I see why you kept coming at me like I'm Jesus Q Christ. Because I got everything to lose! And you! You bastards conned me! Conned by a bunch of wackos. Man, believe me. To hell with that, and to hell with you. I got enough worries of my own without getting hooked on yours, so quit bugging me! Oh, you quit bugging me!
Mr. McMurphy, what do you plan to do with that?
I'm planning to use it, ma'am. I'm going to scrub them urinals so clean, we're going to have to wear dark glasses every time we take a pee.
Mr. Harding,
Yes, Miss Rich.
have you been reasoning with Mr. McMurphy?
Yes, Miss Rich.
Just what did you say?
We explained the therapeutic community.
Chief. Hey, I saw you come out here. I figured you went to scrape off some of your 1,000-year-old gum. It took away my canteen privileges, so this is all I got left.
Thank you.
That's okay. Hey, try it again. You're a little rusty.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Chief. What I was laughing at is I just caught wise to what you've been doing all these years. You have been biding your time till you can tell them off.
No, I'd be too afraid.
No, I know you're crazy. I've been to a few reservations in my life, and you're the biggest damn engine I've ever seen.
Papa was bigger.
Yeah?
He was a full Indian chief. His name was T.I. Malatina. That means pine that stands tallest on the mountain. But my mama got twice his size.
Hey, you must have had a real moose of an old lady.
Yeah, she wasn't big that way. But she wasn't Indian either. She was a town woman. Her name was Brahma.
I think I see what you're getting at. For a town woman to marry an Indian, that's married beneath her, ain't it? So your dad had to take her name?
She said she would be married to a man with a name like T.I. Malatina. But it wasn't only her that made him little. Everybody worked on him. The way they're working on you.
They who?
The combine. They wanted us to live someplace else. Take away our waterfall, our village. They beat up Pop in the alley. Cut off his hair. Then he was too little to fight anymore. And then he signed the papers.
What papers, Chief?
Once they gave everything to the government.
Yeah, I heard about that, but didn't the tribe get paid some huge amount?
That's what the government guy said. Here's a whole big pot of money. Papa said, how can you pay for the way a man lives? How can you pay for a man's right to be Indian? He didn't understand it. Neither did the tribe. And they came to our door, holding these checks in the air, asking, what should we do now? But Papa couldn't tell them. He was too little, too drunk.
And what happened to him, Chief?
He kept drinking until he died. We found him in an alley. He threw dirt over his eyes. The combine whipped him. It whips everybody.
Hey, now wait a minute.
Yes, yes it does. They work on ways you can't even see. And they install things. When you try to fight it, they take it someplace.
Hey, you're crazy! Hey, hold on! Hey, cool it.
I'm talking crazy.
Yeah, well,
Don't make sense.
as to that, Chief.
Listen.
Oh yeah, came in the honkers. Flying south. Gonna be an early winter. Hey, there they go. Right across the moon.
Wire, limber lock.
What?
It's an old children's song my grandma was talking.
Oh Lord, yes, I remember. It's an old game you play with your fingers, right? Here, Chief, stick your hands out. Wire, briar, limber lock.
3 geese in a flock.
One flew east.
1 flew west.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
O-U-T spells out.
Goose swoops down and scoops you out. You're out.
Hey, McMurphy, you gonna crawfish? I mean, you gonna back down?
Hey, what's the difference?
Well, are you?
Hey, remember when I tried to lift that thing? I bet you could do it.
No, I'm not big enough.
Why don't you try?
I can't do it.
How do you know? That should be one way to find out. Hey, when you do, let me make book on it. Oh boy, that would be a killing.
be big again.
Hell, Chief. Looks to me like you grew half a foot already.
How can I be big if you ain't? How can anybody?
Council meeting? Patience council meeting?
Boys, I have given a great deal of thought to what I'm about to say. Talked it over with the staff, and we all agree that there must be some form of punishment for the unspeakable behavior of yesterday. Most of you are here because you could not adjust to the outside world. You broke the rules of society. At some time, in your childhood perhaps, you were allowed to get away with that. But when you broke a rule, you knew it. You wanted to be punished. You needed it. That punishment did not come. That leniency on the part of your parents may have been the very germ to your present illness. I remind you of this, hoping that you will understand it is entirely for your own good that we enforce discipline. Is there any comment? Good. Then I assume you understand me and you agree. You also understand that it is difficult to enforce discipline in these surroundings. After all, what can we do to you? You can't be arrested. You can't be sent to an institution. You're already there. All we can do is take away privileges. And so, after carefully considering the circumstances, we have decided to take away certain privileges that allowed, no, encouraged this rebellion to happen. First, for 30 days, there will be no viewing of television. Second, the privilege of playing cards during recreation hours is hereby rescinded.
Excuse me. Is that all?
Not quite. There's one more matter. The behavior of a patient who has been here almost as long as I. Longer, I believe, than any of you. You know, of course, to whom I refer. Mr. Brompton, long ago was diagnosed as catatonic. And for that reason, because we assumed he could not communicate, we gave him up. We forgot poor Mr. Brompton. And that was wrong of us. But Mr. Brompton acted wrongly too. Please don't misunderstand. We appreciate to know that Mr. Brompton can be reached, but disappointed to learn that he would conceal it from us, thereby refusing to participate in his own cure. And if Mr. Brompton can hear, isn't it logical to assume he can also speak? I would like Mr. Bromden to speak to us, wouldn't you? His first contribution to group therapy. And how appropriate it would be if those first words were an apology. An apology for the behavior that made yesterday rebellion possible.
Oh man, you're begging for it. Let it alone!
Mr. McMurphy, I'm warning you!
Chief, why don't you laugh right out loud? You know, you gotta laugh sometimes, especially when things ain't funny. Oh! Hey, that's the ticket. That's the way you keep yourself in balance. Hey, Chief, you wanna know something? You're getting bigger. Look at that foot there. Size of a flat car. Pretty soon you're gonna get so big they're gonna have to spring you. And there'll be old Chief Bromden cutting down the boulevard. Men, women, kids rocking back on their heels just to peer up at him. Well, what giant's this here? I'm talking 10 feet a step and ducking under telephone wires. And you know what? I'm only stopping in town long enough for the virgins. And the rest of these switches don't even bother lighting up!
What's so amusing?
I don't think you'd get the point.
Don't you boys feel sorry for what you did?
I don't guess so, man. So why don't you do whatever it is you're gonna do?
Randall, we talked it over with the staff. We all agreed that it might be beneficial for you to receive shock therapy. But we won't, provided that you are prepared to admit your own mistakes.
Do you have a paper I can sign?
A paper?
Yeah. And then I can add a few other things, like how I'm part of a government conspiracy, and how I think life on your ward is the greatest fucking thing this side of the line.
Randall, we are just trying to help you.
Are you gonna split my pants? Are you gonna shave my head? Oh.
Doctor?
I'm gonna go first. If they can't hurt me, they can't hurt you. Hey, Doc, what is that?
Conductant.
Oh, anointest my head with conductant. Hey, do I get a crown of thorns? You don't holler, Chief. And if you gotta holler, make it guts ball!
Guts ball.
Hey, engine! Hey! I do get a crown of thorns.
Guts ball.
A wire, briar, limberlock. 3 geese in a flock. One flew east, one flew west, and one flew over the cuckoo's nest. There.
concerns patient Randall McMurphy.
Now, where you got him? I've been disturbed?
No, Mr. Scanlon. He's in the recovery room and will be back very shortly. This, gentlemen, is a record of Mr. McMurphy's gains since he's been the croupier of his little Monte Carlo here in the ward. How much did you lose, Billy? Mr. Harding? I think you all have some idea what your personal losses were. Do you have any idea what would Mr. McMurphy's winnings come towards? Over $300. I just thought it would be better if there were no delusions about his motives.
Miss Ratchet, he never made any pretense about his motives.
That's right.
Said he was out to take us? By God, he did.
Mac!
Oh, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, right before your very eyes. The wild man who dotes on high voltage and eats 3 eggs for breakfast every morning.
We are in the middle of the meeting.
Do continue.
Perhaps a few more treatments.
Oh, please, ma'am. See what good a few measly voltage has done? You know, if you double the charge, I bet I could pick up channel 8.
Doctor, I would like to rescind that suggestion as to further shock.
Oh,
Yes, perhaps it would be appropriate to consider surgical procedure.
ma'am.
An operation. Quite simple, really. We've had excellent records in aggressive cases.
Aggressive what? Why, ma'am, I'm as friendly as a pup. There's no cause to do any cutting.
Oh, there's no cutting involved, Randall. It's just
Besides, it
something-
wouldn't do you any good to lop them off. I got another pair at home the size of baseballs.
Doctor, I'd like to return to the subject.
What subject?
Surgical procedure for patient McMurphy.
Not warranted except in cases of recurrent violence.
He has exhibited violence.
Yes, but shall we say there was a certain provocation? No, Miss Ratchet, since you brought this matter up in group rather than in staff, I shall state my opinion. I do not approve surgical procedure in the absence of recurrent violence.
And if it should reoccur.
Then we may reconsider. Mr. McMurphy, but bear that in mind.
Behave yourself, boys.
Have you changed your mind about those little treatments, ma'am? I just love your battery charger. Hey! Hey, what did she mean by surgical procedure?
I guess she means lobotomy.
Okay, what's that?
Kind of a castration of the brain.
Okay, what's it do to you?
They say he used to be a real rough character.
Jesus.
Mac, we've been talking it over, the boys and I, and well, we think you ought to get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we figured it out. When it gets dark tonight, we light fire my mattress. And then I went to holler, fire!
safety now. Oh, now. Hey, don't worry. Tonight your windows will be wide open, and I will sashay on out of here. We'll make a going away party. Don't you think? It'll be fantastic. Look, hey, look.
Supper time, gentlemen. Move your feet.
Hey, Billy. Take your vitamins. Is that candy, girl?
Oh, that.
Don't get bashful on me now, Billy boy. You're gonna burn that woman down. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna burn her down.
Hey, you got any bread?
How much?
About $50. For what? Hey, Candy's laying out for liquor, and there's old Turkey to take care of. And hey, why are you staring down your nose at me like that?
It's just some nurse scratches him.
Yeah. What'd she say?
About you always winning.
Winning! Oh boy. Winning.
Like the Judah man once told me, you gotta play your hand. Sometimes your cards ain't worth a dime if you don't lay them down. Lord help me! I thought you were a snake!
Is she here yet?
She who?
Candy.
I don't know nothing about no candy.
Nice having me to deal with you.
I ain't got the slightest inclination what you are talking about.
Don't go anywhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
Turkey, oh boy, what's the beef?
Ain't no beef,
So?
so there ain't no money changed hands.
There you are, Beck, borrowed and stole.
You know, they find out about this fire my ass.
Turkey, she's bringing liquor.
Yeah?
One bottle of scotch, one of vodka. Which one you want?
Oh, I kinda like them both.
Hey, what are we gonna drink?
You aren't supposed to be drinking at all.
Hey, any sign?
Very sign.
I'm stupid. How's she gonna find the right window with the lights off? Turkey, turn the lights on.
Hey, now, that's dangerous. Miss Ratchet, she should have warned
Hey,
me.
she is asleep.
That old shit pope never sleeps.
Where's the party?
In there.
Oh boy!
Hey, give me the window key. Go open the window.
Hey, I ain't supposed to let these out of my possession.
Hey, give me.
That better be some good liquor.
Open the window.
She walks in.
Well, let her in. Hey, let this mad stud out. I don't know. It's too late to back out now, Billy boy.
You damn McMurphy! Hey, what the hell?
Hey, that's okay, baby. Hey, what happened to this one?
We got the rest of it right here.
We?
Oh, Lordy, I forgot Sanders out there.
Sandy, baby. David! What happened to your husband?
Creep. She up and left him. He better him.
Listen, you can only take so many funsies like ants in your panties and frogs in your bra. Jesus, what a creep. Hello, Billy. Never mind.
Hey, what's the matter, baby?
Somebody pinched my ass.
Okay. I gotta find us something to drink. Chadwick, go find us something to mix it in.
Ooh, candy girl. Is this for real? Are we really in an asylum? Tell the truth. Are you really nuts?
Oh, absolutely, madam. We're psychoceramics, the cracked pots of humanity. Would you like me to decipher a Rorschach?
Hey, cocktail shaker!
Medication.
Citric acid, 60% inert material.
22% alcohol.
Oh, 10% codeine. Warning, may be habit forming.
Nothing like a bad habit.
Texture of Nuke's vomit.
And that'll give it body.
I got cups!
Okay, we need to cut it a little.
What a blast. Is this for real?
No, ma'am, the whole thing's a collaboration between Franz Kafka and Mark Twain.
Hey, buddies. The bar is open.
I pass on the cup, Billy!
Excuse me, I got a people.
You know, this whole thing gives me the feeling of
No more rabbits.
old friend, you've taught me that mental illness can have the aspect of power. Perhaps the more insane a man is, the more powerful he can become.
Sure. Hitler.
This damn place is dangerous.
Wrong way, lady, you're in there. Yeah, it's like one big mattress.
One moment. Shall we send them off without the good ceremony? Come, children, here, before me. Don't disrupt me. We need a centerpiece. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here in the sight of Troy to celebrate the end of innocence and to cheer on its demise. Who stands sponsor for the benefit?
R.P. McMurphy.
And for the bride? Very well then. Do you, Candy Star, take this man to love and to cherish, until such brief time as rules and regulations may allow.
I do.
And do you, Billy Bibbit, take this woman to have and to hold until the night shift changes and our rebels end.
Oh, he does.
Most merciful God, we ask that you accept these two into your kingdom with your well-known compassion, and leave the door ajar for the rest of us. For this may be our final fling, and we are doomed henceforth to the terrible burden of sanity. As comes the dawn, we shall most assuredly be lying against the wall, fired upon with bullets of Prozac, Paxil, Thorazine. Go, my children, sing while ye may, for tomorrow we shall all be tranquilized.
I'm not. Yeah.
to tell her. How could I not?
Please don't tell her you're scratching.
I have to, Billy. I have to tell her that we found you on the floor of the seclusion room with a prostitute. That you and she...
She made me.
Oh, I can't believe that she pulled you in there forcibly.
Who's the others? They made fun of me.
Billy?
They called me names and teased me.
Who?
Murphy.
It's all right, Billy. You're going to be all right. Now, I want you to go to Dr. Spivey's office and wait for him there. You're going to need attention.
Please don't tell my mother.
It's going to be all right.
Please.
Go. And you, miss, if you're not out of here in 10 seconds, I'm going to have you jailed as a common prostitute.
You coming back?
Aren't you? Got no reason to stay. You already plundered these poor individuals of everything they had. So go, Mr. McMurphy. Get out while the getting's good. Save your own skin, Mr. McMurphy. There's no more profit to be made of these helpless, mentally ill individuals that you...
Nurse Ration! Oh my God, Nurse Ration!
Nobody's blaming you.
Nobody's blaming you.
He cut his throat. He went into the doctor's desk, found an instrument, and he cut his throat. That poor boy is in there now. Are you satisfied? Playing with human lives? Gambling with human lives as though you were God? Are you God, Mr. McMurphy? Somehow, I don't think you're God!
No, Mac, it's what she wants. Don't you think I know that?
Come on, Mr. McMurphy. Mr. Big, strong, masculine McMurphy!
Giving me orders, go right, go left, do this, do that. Sign the papers 20 times, and they'll step on the grass. Papa, where can I go? How can I get away? Papa, there's no place to hide anymore. There's no place to hide.
The game is 21. What'll it be, suckers? Either you hit or you sit. What do you do, Scanlon?
I wasn't paying any mind.
Well, pay some mind.
Well, God, if we only knew! Where they got them, what they're doing damn near a week now!
Well, you know what I heard from a guy down in the dining room? He said McMurphy left out 2 of the 8, they took their keys away, and he escaped!
Sounds like Mac.
What ward was your informant from?
Disturbed? What? Someone told me that they caught him and sent him back to the work farm.
Who?
Somebody?
An illuminating gun occupational therapy told me they spotted McMurphy sprouting wings, circling overhead, defecating on the hospital.
Shouldn't you gentlemen be in bed?
Miss Ratchet, well, we want to know...
What did you do with McMurphy? We think we have a right.
All right, now. You're right. Mr. McMurphy will be back. Don't you believe me?
Lady, we think you're full of bull.
That's right.
Now, I assure you, Mr. McMurphy will be back. Now, hadn't you better be in bed? Bring him in. Silence. It's just fine.
What's it say?
McMurphy, Randall Fitzpatrick, post-operative, prefrontal lobotomy.
So they done it?
Well, that ain't McMurphy. No? No, it's some dummy they rigged up.
Think so?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Factory name!
I bet it's right. Well, they've done a pretty good job, though. You see, even got the busted nose.
Well, they can do noses. It's eyes open. Well, we're all smoked up.
Nobody inside.
Ugh, how stupid this little bitch think we are! Gee, I wish McMurphy would come back. Oh, hey! Remember that time that McMurphy pinched Miss Ratchet on the ass and he said he was trying to stay in touch?
One of the things he'd write in the logbook, Madam, do you wear a B cup or a C cup or any old cup at all?
Hey, do you remember that time that the little nurse?
The one with the cross?
Yeah. She dropped a pill down the front of her uniform and McMurphy tried to help her get it out and then she hollered,
Don't touch me, I'm Catholic!
How's a man supposed to get it?
Chief? Chief, let go! Let go! Oh, Christ Jesus. I've still got the key. All right, Chief, get going. Chief, you hear me? If you're gone, they can't prove anything. We'll say he's alive after you bust it out.
Out there?
The big nurse is going to ask you questions. She's going to look at you and you're going to talk.
I can't do it.
Come on, Flatter Rock. Head north, Canada.
I can't do it.
Chief!
McMurphy said. McMurphy said.
Chief.
radio.